Hey friends, and welcome back to our channel. We get so many questions all the time from both locals and those looking to move here about why everyone is moving here to Utah. What makes it so great? Why do so many people want to live in the Beehive State?
All right, so stick around because today we're going to talk about why everyone is moving to Utah.
If this is your first time to this channel and you want to know everything about living, eating, sleeping, working, and playing in northern Utah, then subscribe below and tap the bell for notifications so you can be the first to know about the current market here in northern Utah.
We are Sloan and Kim Peterson with the Peterson Group, and we've been in the real estate business for 10 years. And every day we help people just like you looking to buy, sell, or invest in northern Utah, and we absolutely love it. Whether you're moving in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. All the information's in the description below so we can help you make that smooth transition to northern Utah. Let's go ahead and get into it. So why are so many Californians moving to Utah? In 2022, over 40,000 people moved to the state of Utah, and of those, about 19,000 of them were from California. So roughly half of our migration. In fact, it's rumored that Utah's governor actually sent a letter to California's governor asking him to quit sending people over to Utah. Now, we can only assume if that were true, it was done in only a joking manner, as the governor really has no control over that.
Even though that is our biggest area of movement, in today's video, we are going to actually go into the reasons why people from all over the country and even the world move here to Utah. So the first reason, obviously one of the biggest reasons, is cost of living. Compared to a lot of other U.S. cities of its size, Utah is on the relatively affordable side in terms of housing and general cost of living, while having one of the better wage scales across the nation. So in terms of housing, like we've discussed in a number of our other videos, Utah's median home price ranges from $500,000 to $525,000, dropping in median price as you move out from our main city, Salt Lake. If you're comparing that to, say, California, whose median home price is $745,000, second only to Hawaii, by the way, then you can see why half of all of the people moving here are from California. In terms of median rent, it's at about $18.95 a month in Utah, which of course varies based on location, size, and type of rental. In California, just for comparison, the median rent is $2,910. So on average, a difference of about $1,000 a month. So in terms of housing, at least for the bigger, more expensive states like California, Colorado, and Washington, Utah is definitely considered more affordable.
All right, and number two, moving on to another reason people move to Utah is our lower taxes. Our property taxes in comparison to states like Texas, Michigan, and New Jersey are much, much lower. In fact, Utah's property taxes are probably only about half of the cities that we just mentioned. In terms of business tax, Utah is one of the most business-friendly states, and a reason why a lot of people may have shut down shop in California last year, as they raised their business taxes substantially in California. The average state and local taxes in Utah are about half of those in states like California, coming in at about 5.1% compared to California's 9.3%. Now, there are a number of states where the taxes are, of course, much lower than Utah, but when added with the other reasons people love Utah so much, that is just another bonus for some of the more expensive states.
Yeah, and another reason people move here from other states is for better schools. Utah actually has a high focus in education, allocating a lot of state funding towards the advancement of the school systems. Utah ranks 12th in quality and 16th in school safety out of all the schools in the country. So those are some pretty good statistics. Utah also has one of the biggest Montessori and private school selections, as well as a ton of immersion programs not available in other states. So if you've got kids, Utah can be a great place for you to relocate in terms of the education system.
And one of the biggest reasons, and one that we have really talked about in previous videos, is overall safety. Now, safety is relative, and of course, safety has a number of different components to it, but in terms of violent crimes, Utah has the 11th lowest violent crime rate amongst the 50 states. In fact, when given a survey about why people chose to move to Utah from outside the state, one of the top 5 answers was for safety reasons. In a survey amongst residents, Utahns had the least concern regarding violent or gun crimes against them. Utah does tend to rank well below the national average in terms of most aspects of crime, so people generally do feel comfortable calling it a safe place to live.
And another great reason to move to Utah is the growing tech industry and overall job opportunities in Utah. Utah ranks at 8th in the state for unemployment, coming in at an astonishing low 2.4%, about half of California's unemployment rate at 4.5%. Now, really across the country, unemployment rates are at some of the lowest we've ever seen. But the unique thing about Utah is its diverse economy. Utah has jobs in the tech industry, medical field, CEO positions, big corporations, but also a lot of construction, mine work, retail, and big companies calling Utah home, like Amazon, Northrop & Grumman, and Adobe, to name a few. To say our economy is well-rounded is putting it lightly, which is great for the strength of our economy and job growth.
Another reason that a lot of friends said drew them to Utah was that sense of community. Now, just in terms of general community, Utah is great. Most Utahns are really friendly, welcoming, and community-oriented. In each city, you're definitely going to find a sense of community with events, outreach programs, local clubs, and a ton of activities. Even beyond that, Utah has so many communities in terms of outdoor clubs, hiking clubs, biking clubs, ski clubs, but there's definitely also going to be a ton of local communities like book clubs, sewing circles, and then lots of volunteer opportunities. I don't feel like there is any place where we have lived in Utah where we really don't become friendly with your neighbors or have people in the community coming together to help each other out. In terms of service and community, Utahns definitely pride themselves of having that quality.
And the next thing is that Utah overall has really great health care. We have some of the top-notch medical facilities in the country, and people really do come from all over to get treatment that might not be available to them in other states. And that's not just general health care. We have great pediatric facilities in Utah, as well as leading resources in mental health. We've got a higher than average number per capita of doctors and facilities here in Utah, and you can virtually live anywhere in the state and be relatively close to some sort of healthcare facility. Utah ranks at number 2 in healthcare quality, which is really impressive. So for those with chronic health issues, Utah might be a great place to look at in terms of retiring or just having a better quality of healthcare available.
I hear this one so much from our friends moving from out of the state, but a better quality of life. Because of the lower cost of living, a lot of transplants don't feel like they have to stress as much in terms of money. We obviously have some of the greatest outdoor recreation in the country, and even just being able to step outside of your house and take in that natural beauty is for sure a luxury. In a lot of bigger cities, all you can see is miles of buildings, so to have a beautiful view, even right from downtown Salt Lake City, that's truly amazing. Being able to escape into the mountains from some of which you have no service in, which can be a good or a scary thing, just depending on who you ask there, can be such a nice outlet to unplug in. If you consider all the reasons we talked about, the great healthcare, strong communities, low cost of living, accessible to outdoor recreation, that leads to a pretty good balance, which is essential to a good quality of life in general. All right, guys, those are some of the reasons we are seeing so many transplants come here to Utah. If you've ever asked yourself why Utah, those are just some of the reasons why we personally love to call this beautiful state our home.
If you're looking to purchase in the northern Utah area, we would love to help you out. Give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. And until next time, we are keeping it real. Estate.